Ražnatović, eller Arkan som han också kallas, är förmodligen Jugoslaviens mest kände person efter presidenten Slobodan Milosevic. Arkan är också känd ute i Europa. Han är efterspanad av Interpol, bland annat i Sverige, för bankrån och andra rån. Det här är något som han inte vill tala om idag, det har han lagt bakom sig. När jag träffade honom här i Belgrad samtalade vi om hans politiska liv, om hans affärer och om hans tigrar och om kriget i Kosovo, om fortsättningen för Jugoslavien, också om anklagelser om krigsförbrytelse från Haagtribunalen. Thank you for coming, Mr. Željko Ražnatović. You are more known as Arkan. Do you mind if I
don't mind. Everybody's calling me Arkan, so I don't mind.
Before we talk about the war, could we talk a little bit about domestic politics? You are still running your party.
Yes. It's a Serbian Unity Party. It's a party which is in the center. It's not left wing, it's not right wing, it's a democratic party. It's an opposition party to the government, and it's in the center. Same as, for example, Democratic Party, SPO and other parties.
So it means you are opposed to the president's party of the socialists?
Yes, I am opposed. In the normal democratic elections, I am against the government. I'm an opposition party.
Mm. But right now, during the war, you are supporting the President Milosevic himself.
Of course, everybody is supporting President Milosevic. He's the man we have to support now. He said no to NATO bombing. He said no to occupation of Yugoslavia. So of course I'm supporting him, as all political parties, majority of political parties are supporting him. 95%, for example, are supporting our President Milosevic at this very particular moment.
But as soon as the war is over and you start to rebuild the country, you will fight him?
Of course. I am the opposition. So of course I will run for the parliament on my own, and their party will run for themselves. And I will be the opposition.
Mm. Coming now to the war, we heard in this place where we are sitting now, just a few minutes ago, the whole house was shaking. It's still going on very near us. Yes. And last week, when the Chinese embassy was hit, yes, some sources in Brussels told us that the target was something close to the Chinese embassy, some offices where you are running. Are you that important for the NATO and US, you think? Or?
I will tell you one thing. First of all, they deliberately attacked Chinese embassy. They didn't attack Chinese embassy, they attacked China. The People's Republic of China, they attacked. So they didn't attack, they didn't make mistake. They knew very well from the CIA informations that the embassy was working there for 2 years now, and they deliberately attacked China. They wanted to show that the only friend we have, great Chinese people, that they wanted to show that they don't care, that they can attack there too. So they did it. They attacked Chinese embassy. They attack at the same time the Hotel Yugoslavia, where I have some business. I have 35% of the casino there, and 65% is owned by the Italian group. So they attack Hotel Yugoslavia. They didn't hurt casino, but they destroyed the hotel. They make $30 or $50 million damage, and they killed one refugee, a Serb who ran away from Krajina. He was sleeping there. They killed him. The hotel was without hot water, without electricity, so nobody was in that hotel when they attacked, and they said they attacked the headquarters of Tigers, which was not true, of course.
Mm. Do you feel yourself that they tried to hit you or take you in some way for any reason?
Well, I feel as every man and woman and child in Yugoslavia, they are after everybody. They want to kill all of us. So I don't feel anything special that they feel. just probably that I'm used to the war, and I don't fear as children are doing that. Because every day our children, they have to go to the basement, they have to hide, because the bomb can kill them. And we can never forgive them the fear of our children. Also, we can never forgive them the innocent children they killed in this war, and innocent people.
You said that China is the only friend right now. You have very few friends. Do you feel abandoned by the Western world?
Well, I will tell you, it's a new world order proposed by the United States of America. They want all the countries to behave, to chew with chewing gum, to drink Coca-Cola, and to eat hamburgers. Well, I refuse to chew chewing gums, I refuse to drink Coca-Cola, and I refuse to eat hamburgers anymore. I loved that before this bombing, but after that I will not chew the chewing gums. As I said, we are not going to accept anything they want to force us to do. You see, they think that the Western democracy, and I told them, I warned them before, we probably would like to have the same democracy as they have in the United States of America. But of course we don't agree, we don't like, we don't want that democracy to be posed by the bombs, by the tomahawks, by the missiles. We want to find our Serbian way to that democracy, probably the same democracy they have, but on our Serbian way. And one day, if we reach that democracy, we are not going to bomb anyone to force them to think as we are thinking. You see, the United States is, for me, is the biggest communist country in the world now.
In what sense? What do you mean by that?
Because they want to do anything with the force, everything with the force. All this bombing, they want to force us to do something which we are not going never to accept. They want to take part of Yugoslavia, and that part of Yugoslavia they want to be a part of Albania. We don't accept that. We don't accept occupation of Yugoslavia. We don't accept to be bombed. And that's why we respond. That's why we shut down about more than 70 planes of NATO countries till now. You can't read this on West, you can't see it on West, but we know that.
How long will this go on? How long can you, as a people, as a country, resist this bombardment day by day, 24 hours a day?
Well, it was very difficult first 2 days, 3 days, you know, and then people, they get used to bombs. It's now almost a normal life. You know where the bombs are coming, and you can see, if you are walking on the streets of Belgrade, you can see sirens are going on. They are warning that the planes are up. We are going to be bombed, but people, they don't care anymore. They just don't care about bombs. The life is going on. They can't stop the life in this country, even if they destroyed all the Serbia. They can destroy everything, but the life will go on. We will survive. We will overcome. So it's very important that we are not afraid anymore. Psychologically, probably the people, when they don't know what will happen to them, they're afraid. But when they know, then the bombs can come from up, you know, they're not afraid anymore. As the people of Yugoslavia, they start being afraid. Only the children, they are afraid. And they destroy the generations of the children. They destroy a peaceful future of these children. They are in trauma. No one talk about it, you see. They only want to force something which we don't allow. We don't want to be slaves.
When do you think, or what is the final solution for this conflict from your point of view?
The final solution is, number one, they have to stop bombing. They have to sit on a table and negotiate. They must not threat us anymore, because we are not afraid of NATO. If they want to talk in a civilized way, we can talk. If they don't want to talk, they can continue bombing. But if they want really to stop this madness, they have to stop it immediately. They have to stop bombing. It's 53 days they are bombing us today, and we are ready to be bombed for 30 years. They have to understand these people are not afraid anymore of bombing. We will, as I said, survive. But if they are talking about democracy, if they are talking about human rights, if they are telling to the world they are human, but they kill more than 1,500 innocent civilians in this country, kill more than 300 children, innocent children. They are not threat to the United States, they are not threat to NATO, those children. They kill them because they throw the bombs on them. And if they want peace, we are ready for a peace, but not on their terms, not on the terms where they want to occupy our country. And if they try to occupy our country, they have to understand that we will defend our country, and they will be killed if they want to occupy our country. If they want to kill our children, we will defend our children. We know how to fight, and we know how to defend this country. We stopped 25 German divisions during the Second World War, and we will stop every NATO division which they are preparing to come in this country, to occupy this country. They don't have to worry about that. We will show them that we are the moral and the justice, and the God is on our side.
So in spite of repeated threats from Tony Blair and Bill Clinton, you don't fear them?
Of course we don't feel. Those are world maniacs. Tony Blair and Bill Clinton. First of all, Bill Clinton started this war because he wanted to cover the big affair with Monica Lewinsky. Is this true that the Monica Lewinsky took out his brain so he can't anymore think? I don't understand how the President of the United States can come so low to bomb one sovereign, independent, and member country which is member of the United Nations and which is the founder of the United Nations. You have to be mad to do that.
So only through United Nations this conflict can be solved from your point of view?
Of course, only through United Nations in one peace manner. And to tell you immediately, we are not going to accept NATO troops.
At all?
We are not going to accept NATO troops, not even as a peacekeeping force, because you can't attack people, kill children and innocent people in this country and then paint everything in blue and come as a peacekeeping force. We don't accept that. Their hands are full with the blood. They are criminals, war criminals for us, and we will never accept anyone from NATO coming to this country as a peacekeeping force.
When we met last time, it was 91, I think, at your ice cream bar outside
Yes.
the stadium here in Belgrade. You were fighting together with the Tigers in, outside Vukovar and
Yes.
later on in Bosnia.
Yes.
Are your units before or now under the bomb attacks working in fighting in Kosovo?
Not even one of my volunteers are in Kosovo. We are preparing ourselves. We are getting ready to welcome, to give a hard welcome to NATO troops if they come with the ground troops.
So you are still there, I mean, preparing for it?
We are preparing, but we are not in Kosovo, because we are expecting attack from all sides, from NATO. And it's not a Kosovo where we have to go. We have 150,000 troops. It's already too much in one part, which Kosovo is a little part.
And what about yourself? Are you still prepared in case you have to defend your country?
Of course. I will be ready. I'll be first to, if they come with the ground troops, to defend my country and my children.
If you don't mind, if I put a few more tough questions regarding yourself and your background. You, for any reasons, for 6 weeks or something, you were indicted by the War
Yes.
Tribunal in Hague
Yes.
for war crimes. What is your reaction to that?
I feel great, you know, because it proves that I'm a right person. They said that I did the war crimes in 1991 during the war in Croatia and Bosnia. But why they've been waiting for 8 years to indict me as a war criminal? And then they chose this very particular moment where I am raising an army to defend my country. So you see, it's a proof what I was talking before, that the crime tribunal in The Hague is not a court of justice. It's a political court which I don't recognize. I don't recognize the court of justice. This is not a court of justice. It's a political court. And I will accept any court in my country if they think I did anything wrong during the war, 1991. But the truth is that the court of The Hague is a political court, and as I told you, I don't accept that court. I don't recognize that court. This court is under the order of the Western governments, and now they are serving NATO. So I don't accept that court.
Mm-hmm. During the Bosnian War, you were accused several times for different atrocities against civilians. What do you say about that? Is that anything true about that? Or?
I can say this is pure Western propaganda now. Why they didn't accuse me after the war? When they accuse a lot of people for war crimes, they should accuse me if I did any wrongdoings. It's obvious that they are playing politics, and it's obvious my Tigers, they're on the first row, they're fighters, so they can't do war crime. They have no contact with civilians. They have contact with the enemy armies.
If they try to do, what do you do?
If they try what?
If they try to do something against civilians, what do you do as their leader?
Of course, we protect civilians. During the war 1991, during the war of 1992 in Bosnia, we protect the civilians. That's why we went to Croatia to protect civilians. That's why we went to Bosnia to protect civilians.
But what I mean, if one single person within the Tigers do something bad, what do you as a leader do?
I could shoot him. I could shoot him, and you don't know who the Tigers are. So that's why you posed me that question. First of all, this is the most disciplined army in the Yugoslav army. We were all the time under the command of Yugoslav army. And you have to understand that the discipline, the higher discipline is in the Tigers. No one is allowed to drink. They have a clear heads. They are thinking. They're not drinking so they can't think. Those people are the best chosen people in Yugoslavia.
May I ask you?
They are real soldiers. They are intellectuals. They are men with the universities. They are private businessmen, old structures, students. So you have to understand, I refuse any allegations that my Tigers did any war crime during the war in Bosnia or during the war in Croatia.
Can you say anything about how many you are right now? I mean,
this is a military secret. You're asking, as every CIA agent asked me till now on all these interviews. I can't answer to you.
Okay, so
even if you are coming from a country which naturally...
Let me ask you, a lot of people I meet, when you mentioned Arkan, sort of, they feel scared or sort of a dangerous man. Or what?
Only enemies, not the friends, not the Serbian people. Because they know I'm here and I will give my life to protect my people and my children and their children too. That's why I went in that war.
But you have friends outside as well, I guess, not only...
Of course I have friends outside. I have friends everywhere, all around the world, and I'm very proud to have so many friends.
Finally, the final question, Arkan, even what you already told me about the Hague Tribunal, yes. Would you ever consider to go to the Hague to prove your innocence?
But I told you that I don't recognize that court. When you don't recognize someone, when you think he's nothing. And when I told you then it's a political court, we have already 3 Serbs killed in that court, in that prison, their prison. So what do you think we are thinking about that court, people of Yugoslavia? We don't consider that as a court of justice. It's a political court, and we don't consider that as a court of justice.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for coming.
Welcome.